Hello, hello, welcome back to Talkin' Tunes, and today we are talking about the 6 tunes on Gentle Giant's 1972 album, Three Friends, a concept album about 3 friends who went to school together, grow up, go separate ways in life, and it's about how unsatisfying life is. My background with Gentle Giant, I'm not a super big fan of theirs, but this is my favorite Gentle Giant album. And it's just mostly because it's just nice to throw on. A lot of Gentle Giant's albums are just kind of meh for me. I mean, I recognize that, their talent is immense and that, they're not going to be as big and ridiculous as a lot of other prog bands, but that's also part of why I'm like, on them. They have the talent to go big and ridiculous and sell it. They just never go for the big, ridiculous and sell it moments. You know what I mean? They're just kind of meh. Their album covers aren't all that great. I don't even know any of the members' names. I didn't bother to look them up for this video, which I would most any other time, because this is probably just going to be a one-off. I figured, you know what? I've never spoken about Gentle Giant, and you know what? They have, an album that I do actually like. Unfortunately, when I threw the album on, I was like, man, there is not much to write down about this album here, or it's not necessarily easy for me to describe. But that's not to say I wrote down nothing. Kicking us off with song number 1, Prologue. A rolling drum beat explodes into prog rock complexity, and then, the out-of-sync vocals are slightly annoying. That's also part of why I'm not a big fan of Gentle Giant. The guys who sing, or the guy that sings, not a super big fan of whoever's voice that is. It's not like Peter Hamill out of Vandergraaf Generator, where that's part of the point. I just think they're just not all that great. And Peter Hamill could actually sing, it's just he would exaggerate occasionally. These guys, it feels like they're more doing the best they can, rather than, blowing you away. Not to say that they sing poorly, it's just kind of, they're not the most pleasant voice to listen to. Song number 2, School Days, more of the same. The lyrics reminisce about the school days, and then there's, this slow section which takes up most of the song. It's just kind of complex and cool, but just sort of But I do enjoy it. I will listen to this album pretty frequently, if I'm honest. It's fucking pissing me off. My VPN's also pissing me off, but that's another issue unrelated to this video. Song number 3, Working All Day. This is the second best song on the album. That's also the shortest song on the album, at a little over 5 minutes. There's some sax. The saxes are doing some heavy lifting. It's a song about why jobs suck. And then there's an organ solo that sounds like Keith Emerson on Valium. That's just kind of what it sounds like. It's like, the complexity and the want to go apeshit is there, but the energy isn't. You know what I mean? Anyway, song number 4, Peel the Paint. This is the best song on the album. One of the friends has become a painter. There's a nice use of violins, and then it gets cool as fuck, like epic. The one time Gentle Giant actually went epic in their career. In a prog sense, Word from the Wise, you could argue, sounds more epic than this. I don't. That's more of a pop song, but this actually goes prog rock epic. Not nearly as prog rock epic as Yes, or Genesis, or Pink Floyd, or ELP, or Frank Zappa, but it does go cool. It does go epic. And then 4 minutes in is one of the coolest guitar solos of all time for about a minute, and it goes on for another 3, and you're just kind of like, It's just kind of Just, so the beginning is cool as fuck. The end, the rest of it's just kind of It's just kind of there. It's just kind of meh. You get kind of bored a little bit. Song number 5, Mr. Class and Quality. There's a minor country flavor to it, and this friend is an office worker of some sort. And then Three Friends just kind of sounds like the rest of the album. It closes us out. It's alright. It's not a, like, hey, go buy it, but listen to Peel the Paint. Peel the Paint fucking rocks, okay? Peel the Paint's cool. It's not something that, you know, I'm like, you need to hear this before you die. It's a cool album if you've heard a lot of other prog albums, but, you know, again, like I said, Gentle Giant just doesn't really do all that much for me. I mean, it's just kind of much like Gentle Giant itself, you know, but not a bad way. But if you do want to listen to it, it's a little over half an hour. It's about 35 minutes, so yeah, not a bad way to spend a little over half an hour. Thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. If you like me, but not necessarily want to hear me talk about music, I have a podcast with one of my buddies. I will link the latest episode of that in the description down below. If you want to hear what I happen to be listening to that day, you can follow me on Instagram. I will leave a link to that in the description down below. And if you disagree with me, leave that in the comments section down below. And with that, I would like to remind you all to stay weird and keep jamming. See you next week. Take care.